Hello and welcome to the G27 Road Warrior with me, Movie Scouts 007, where we play Euro Truck Simulator 2. So, first things first, there's going to be a buzzing on the audio for my voice. I have already spent an hour and a half trying to get this game to work, and to be honest, the buzzing was the least of the problems I've had, so I'm afraid it's going to be baked into this video, and there's not really, without taking everything apart and putting it back together, which I just want to drive, I want to record, I want to put a video out there. My Keyboard Road Warrior videos were far from perfect, and neither is this going to be, so I'm going to apologise for that. One of the reasons is, yet again, SES have launched a new update, and yet again that's biffed me back to London. So I was in Vicenza at the end of the last video. I should still be in Vicenza. They're starting to irritate me with the number of updates. If you're going to stick a bit of map in, fine, that's excellent. But bundle up I mean, unless it's catastrophic and it's destroying the experience, please just don't be doing one every 5 minutes. It takes me out of the game. Anyway, rant over. One of the biggest problems I had was getting the head tracking device to work, and I had to shut everything down and unplug everything. Oh, it's a nightmare. Anyway, so we're in London. Ooh. It's a new place in Sweden. We've been there. Ooh, I like okay, that was easy. We're going to do that. Right, so, let us, actually we're going to sleep, because we need to sleep. Right, so, engine off. That possibly means we've lost Gävle, but you know what, at this point, you can't do a journey with no sleep. You can't do a journey with no sleep at the very beginning, so... we're alright, it's still there. Sundersval. Ooh. No, wood shavings. 14 tons of wood shavings from Postspeed to GNT. Now that is our destination. That is where we're going. So, let's, we're gonna drive around because it's easier. Oh, hello. Sadly I don't know what the oh, flippin' heck. I'm gonna stick a bit of petrol in. Shouldn't need too much. Engine off. 91 pence per litre. Oh, blimey, we put a bit more in than I thought. 339.25 litres for £309. Oh, I really hate that noise. I wish they hadn't mucked around with it. Right, so there's nothing coming in that direction. And as soon as that yellow car has gone, we're golden. So, we're through. And Postspeed is right there, so we'll pick up our wood shavings any minute now. So yes, it's been some time since I've conducted a journey. It's been a couple of weeks. There are a variety of reasons. None of them are particularly interesting. But I have a job, the job that pays the money that enables me to live, and unfortunately if it's a choice between YouTube that pays me nothing and my job that pays me money, sadly, much as it pains me, that has to unfortunately take priorities. So that is our journey from London to Gävle. I'm hoping that's how you pronounce it. So here we go, we're going round. Where is it? It's not that one, it's the one next to it. There's our load. You can see it in the rear view mirror. There we go. Right, so let's attach the trailer. The trailer legs are rising. Right, we're off. We're off to Sweden. I've been trying not to, and I ground the gears again. I'm just getting a bit previous about lifting my foot off the clutch. Oh, hello, here's the problem. Right, so remember, you're on the left-hand side of the road, sunshine. So, there is a car coming. I bet there's several vehicles coming. We might be stuck here for some time, sadly. Let's ease ourselves out. And then, once that blue car's gone, we can ease ourselves right now. This side. And excellent. So that one was much easier. Oop, hello, road to curb. Not good. Just determined not to grind the load. So it's been a while since Vicenza. Yes, as I said, I'm not going to bore you with the details of why I haven't, but I haven't for a couple of weeks. I had a holiday in the middle of that as well. I needed some time. Well, I've had a particularly awful work experience for the last few months, and change of management, change is good, but sometimes change can be extremely painful. And when you go from a manager with one style to a manager with a completely different style, it's it's always, oh come on, really? What the hell? What the hell? Okay, I have no idea what the hell happened there. That has damaged the load, almost, without question. I don't know what the hell that was about. I don't know what the hell that was about. It's been unsettling for me, it's been unsettling for my team. It's been a case of this has been a very, very low priority. Oh god, the steering is super twitchy. And as a result, I just haven't felt in the mood, and yeah, to be honest, it's I had to force myself to do this journey, which is not good. It's a struggle. I make these videos and they disappear into the void. And and they were fun to make. But now, because I had plenty of time to do them, and now the available time to make these videos has shrunk, and yeah, it's not. There's less motivation to make these than there was. But that's not your fault if you're watching this. If you're watching this, thank you. Yeah. I hope you enjoy it. I hope that the Debbie Downer over here isn't putting you off. So at the end of the last video, you'll have noticed that I did a lot of. You'll have noticed that we've got a much larger empire than we had before, and that's fine. That's I did an awful lot of housekeeping on that front. I've got much more housekeeping to do as well. I'm moving trucks around. That's fine. I do want to acquire the two German cities. Visit and acquire garages in the two German cities where MAN and Mercedes are made, so that I can move my Actrosses and my TGSs into those garages to clean everything up. Essentially, as I've discussed many times in both this and the Road Warrior series, my approach is such that I will drive Volvos. I will purchase Volvos everywhere except Stockholm, where oh, for crying out loud! I don't know what. My steering is super twitchy. I will acquire Volvos everywhere except Stockholm, where my garage in Stockholm will be filled with Scanias. I will. I'm going to follow that road around there. In Turin, where they will be where they will be stocked with Ivecos. Except I think it's Berlin is MAN and Stuttgart is Mercedes. Renault is Paris, and there's another one. His name is escaping me at the moment. DAF. I believe DAF is based in Amsterdam. Well, it's outside. It's outside the city, but I think it's somewhere between Amsterdam and Rotterdam. And so that's where those vehicles go, and then everything else is Volvo. But I need to move some stuff around. I don't know whether I've got the Stockholm garage, but if I do, then it needs to be stocked with the Scanias. I think maybe it's something to do with the update. I'm not 100% sure, but I need to be more careful on corners than I ever used to be, which isn't entirely unrealistic. But, you know, heads up, guys. And also, actually, might have something to do with the load that I'm carrying. It's that twitchy load that's normally full of coal, which caused me many an accident. So I think it might be that load shifts its centre of gravity. And I thought we should be alright with wood chippings because they tend not to for crying out, seriously? That's dangerous. Alright, we're off to... oh, flippin' heck. It really is twitchy. I wonder if I've unclicked a setting. I wonder. So we're off to Scandinavia. And in we go. Right, let's do it. Europort. So we're going to the Netherlands. So we're going to drive through the Netherlands. We're probably going to drive through Germany, and we'll either. I think we're possibly going that way. So we'll go straight from Germany to Sweden. But that's where we're going. £797. We get a bit of a sleep. I do love that noise. Right. Right, back on the right-hand side of the road. Right. Anything coming? Doesn't look like it. Wonder what Bob is. Oh, jeez. That is horrible. That's properly horrible. Benelux, 1200 meters. So Benelux is Belgium, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands. The B for BE is for Belgium, NE for Netherlands, and LUX for Luxembourg. It's I think it's a business and trading and political union, a bit like the United Kingdom. Well, actually no, less like the United Kingdom, but I think a lot like Scandinavia, so Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, and nowadays Finland is part of Scandinavia. So 26 hours we should have. We've got 10.5 hours left to do it. We've got 50... Sorry. We've got 10.5 hours left before we have to sleep. We've got just under 58 hours to do it. 26 hours it should take us. So we're going to have at least one sleep in there, I would have thought. No, 2 sleeps. Wow, this load is twitchy. It's dragging me left and right. And, oh, hello. Flippin' heck. I don't know if there's some physics setting that I need to get rid of. This is horrible. There's an awful lot more movement happening in the cab, I've noticed as well. I wonder if that's Schiphol. It looks like it could be Schiphol. Schiphol's it's the airport for Amsterdam, and the aeroplanes literally taxi back to the oh, flippin' heck, the words are escaping me now. Terminal. What is the matter with me? Oh, speeding offence, £900. There we go. The aeroplanes do taxi back to the terminals over the main highway. So you can, when you're in the aeroplane, you can see the motorway underneath you. Wow. So Eurotruck is going the way of American truck in that you get fined every 5 minutes for speeding, which is, again, not entirely unrealistic, but not something I'm used to, so, you know. But I'm looking at all the other vehicles. I need to get over. Put my side lights on so I can actually see my speedo. Oh, this is going to be super stressful. And I was already in a bad mood to begin with. This load is fighting me all the time. You can't see the wheel, but I am fighting this load. It's weird. Not sure I like it, but you know. I wonder if those are road names. Those things with the crosses. Okay, I can see a lot of twitching, which I shouldn't do with a frame rate as high as mine. So why am I seeing lots of twitching? I'm seeing lots of stuttering in the game. That's not cool at all. To be honest, with all the complaining I'm doing now, you might be better off with the background hiss that's, I think, probably accompanying my audio track, my vocal audio track. Wow. That was a little bit stressful. more money coming in. The one thing that is working is my trucking empire. That's the one thing going the way it should do, growing, becoming bigger, and giving me more money with which to continue to grow my empire. The dream being having a trucking depot in every city in the game. Obviously, that with let's bring the speed down a bit. Obviously, with SCS periodically releasing map DLC, and with ProMods continually adding cities and updates, that will be an ongoing task. Although I would have thought at some point there's going to be a map saturation point beyond which really you can't have more cities, otherwise it gets crowded. I'm sorry, I needed a slug of water. The only thing I can think of is they start entering into new parts of the map. They've already started with Russia, so RusMap, which is one of the two map map mod add-ons that I have, is already doing quite a bit of Western Russia, as far as Moscow. There's all of Russia to take into account, although huge parts of it are largely inaccessible. Siberia is probably pointless. But then you've got Eastern Europe, the very eastern bits of Europe. We're talking about some of the bits which could count as Asia. So you're talking Turkey, you're talking Greece, you're talking Cyprus. Then you're talking the Middle East. Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Yemen, Jordan, Qatar, and then you've got North Africa, so you've got Morocco, Libya, Egypt, Algeria, slow down a bit. So there's all of North Africa to do. So it could end up becoming a world simulator. And you've got the prospect of joining all of these maps together. That would be amazing. So that you could drive from, say, I don't know, Iceland, all the way through the UK into Europe, drive all the way through Europe, all the way through Russia, and then drive into Canada. Because you can take a ferry, surely, from Russia to Canada, because it's only a short journey. There isn't much in the way of. It's not that big of a gap between Russia and Canada, or Alaska, which technically, to be honest, in the real world, what am I talking about? Geographically, Alaska surely belongs to bloody Canada. I mean, for crying out loud, surely Alaska belongs to bloody Canada. But Canada and Russia, them meaning Canada and Russia, should be joined. But of course, the real world is very different from what should be. Yes, it's Alaska, which is the American state of Alaska, can virtually touch Russia. I'm not in Germany yet, but maybe I am in Germany, and I just missed the border. I didn't see it happening. Right. Off we go. We're off a motorway onto... Oh no, we're just going over the motorway we just came off. So we drove on that bit of road. And now we're not. I think this is all new to us. Not 100% certain, but... Load is killing me, baby. It's killing me. Damn it. There's no new news in terms of maps or DLC for Euro Truck Simulator 2. No sign of any new vehicles, even though there are 3 vehicles that there should be. There's a new Scania, the new DAF, the new Mercedes, and there's a new Renault, and there's a new... Actually, to be honest, the only one that's not really got a new truck out at the moment is Volvo. They're minor incremental changes. So, yeah, hello. So they should be talking about new trucks, but yeah, we are going that way. So we're joining a new motorway. At least the head tracking device is working. That was a bit worrying. It's working well. It's working very well. As you may know, if you don't know whether I mentioned it in ETS2 in G27 Road Warrior, or whether I mentioned it in American Truck, the Stateside Warrior. But I acquired sometime last year. I acquired Microsoft Flight Simulator Steam Edition, and it sat in my Steam library for a year, probably at least a year, possibly more, maybe as much as 13, 14, 15 months. But I got a Cytec, well, it's Logitech now actually, X56 throttle and stick, a HOTAS setup, and I've been going through the training programs. It's bloody tough, I've got to be honest, it's really hard. Some things are more hard than others. Like one of the training programs is called soaring. We've got to take off behind a tow plane, and then you've got to get to a certain height, and then when you reach that certain height you've got to find thermals, and you've got to go through some gates using those thermals, and I just can't do it. And the frustrating part is, this will be the only time I ever fly a glider in this game, because it's not what I bought the game for. I bought the game to pilot aeroplanes with engines, to go from one destination to another, is what I bought this game for. So yeah, so it is a bit frustrating. However, oh well, you can see I've been around here. See all the golden bits of the road that I've already driven on. So yes, I'm struggling to get past this, and I'm determined to complete all of the training missions before I start free flying. I'm still stuck on beginner, and there's intermediate, there's I think that's hard and expert. I think is the there are 4 or 5 different levels of difficulty. Ultimately, the aim is to fly the big jets, but again, I want to do this thing as if I'm getting a pilot's license. So you don't fly the big Airbuses and Boeings before you've got your PPL. And once you've got your PPL, then you go through the training programs for those big aircraft. Thankfully, those training missions at the moment are short enough that I can actually just bung them on Movie Scout 007. I'm still contemplating renaming this channel to from Movie Scout Trucking to Movie Scout Simulation, because I have become fascinated by flight sims, and if this channel starts to become dominated by flight sims as opposed to trucking sims, it would be inaccurate to call it Movie Scout Trucking, even though a lot of the air is trucking in the sky or busing in the sky, depending on whether you're flying freight aircraft or passenger aircraft. Oops. So let's check out. I've still got 5.5 hours before I've got to get a rest. I've still got just under 53 hours to deliver, and I'm 19.5 hours left on my journey. I think I might actually get a rest sooner rather than later. I think if I have a rest sooner rather than later, that pushes me into daylight hours. And then, yeah, I think I might do that, because I've still got like 53 hours. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Next rest stop I see, we're popping in. Get him some shut-eye. I had, at the beginning of this journey, £56,000. I did take a rest at the very beginning, but I only think that chucked us up to about 140,000, but we're at 413 already. We did get an 8-hour rest on the boat. I think we were at 200,000. So I think realistically, for all of our driving, we've earned about, it's been £200,000 actually earned by our empire while we've been driving. Which is good news. It's Earth, did my frame rate dip to 31 frames at night time, for crying out loud? Sorry, I'm continuing to drink water. That's why the head tracking keeps flinging the view up at the ceiling. Sorry about that. I think I have to get over. Slow down. I've got no one inside me, so I can use both lanes, which is good. Because this is one hell of a twitchy load. So, slowly but surely, my my system and my setup is all coming together. Although, of course, obviously, since I bought my setup a year and I bought it in November 2015. We're now in June 2017, so it's a year and it's 19 months. I've had this setup for 19 months, and in that 19 months, whoa, come on, flipping heck. I was lucky it was nothing next to me, and I wasn't on a single track road. So I've had this set up for 19 months, and in that 19 months, my graphics card has been biffed completely. I've got a 980 Ti. There is already a 1080, and I think we're not far from a 1080 Titan. I'm nowhere near. I've only got one graphics card as well, so there's that. Trouble is, I'm kind of reluctant to buy more than one graphics card because I'm not 100% certain that you get the upgrade that the expense would warrant. I'm kind of, I think I might. I'm going to stick with this graphics card for another year, and then that will go. Obviously, I still need to upgrade my RAM, because it's not enough. I think I've got 8 and I want 16. I've been advised not to bother with, although it's got 4 slots of RAM, I've been advised there's no point in getting 4 slots of RAM. Just get 2 sticks together of RAM, and then you get the best results from just the 2 in the right slot. I'm super happy with my monitor. I've got a lovely 30 ultra widescreen, an LG ultra widescreen. I was trying to remember the resolution. I think it's 3440 by 1440 is the resolution, and I'm super happy with that. And I think the microphone setup needs altering because it's just, well, yeah. But first things first, it's going to be my headphones. The headphones are uncomfortable. I've got a pair of Sonys that just sit on the ear, and the band is quite tight, so it presses the headphone into my ears. And when I'm driving, when I'm gaming, I wear glasses. And so obviously it's been pressed into my head, which is no good. And yeah. It's no good. Right. Let's drop a few gears just to limit our speed. Alright, maybe not that many gears. Roadworks suck, man. Roadworks suck. Yes, I've been on holiday recently. I went to Exmoor. If you're not familiar with the United Kingdom, Exmoor Exmoor's in Devon, but the part of Exmoor we were on was on the border with North Somerset. Is that right? South Gloucestershire. Oh, I forget now. Do you know what? I think it's North Somerset. But it's a long journey with no traffic and no problems. It's about a 4.5 hour journey from where I live in London. But it was nearly 6 hours to get there because of 2 lots of roadworks and 3 accidents. 2 accidents, sorry. And then the journey back was just an absolute colossal nightmare. We left the holiday home at 10:30. We drove for an hour and a half to a National Trust property in Devon, and we stayed there for let's see, we left, I think we got there at 12:30, we left at about 3. Right, so I think, does that mean we're entering Germany, or does that mean we're leaving Germany? I'm not 100% certain. Putingarten. You know what it means? It means we're getting a ferry. We're getting the ferry to Scandinavia. It's probably not going to be a particularly long ferry journey. Yep, 45 minutes. Whoop-de-doo. Right. So what we'll do is, if there is a place to rest at the other side, we will get some sleep. Is there somewhere to sleep here? Have I completely screwed the pooch? Nope, I don't think I have. But equally, I also don't think there's anywhere to sleep around here, which is irritating. We're in Denmark. Copenhagen. So it's 3:30 in the morning. Unfortunately, a rest is going to take us into the afternoon. We need to do it though. There's a boat going over the bridge. That's absolutely fabulous. I think we've already seen that at least once in one of these videos. But it still makes me giggle every time. The boat going over the road. As much as it makes me giggle more than the aeroplane going over the road at Schiphol. Is it Schiphol? But there you go. So we're going to be going over a series of bridges, I would have thought. It's not going to be a ferry from Denmark to Sweden, it'll be the big bridge that is the bridge of the title of the TV programme. If you're familiar with Scandi drama or Scandi crime drama, there's a TV series called The Bridge about a murder that takes place on the bridge between Denmark and Sweden, and as such, 2 police forces are responsible for it. Well, that was awkward. I'm not sure whether this is the bridge. It feels long enough to be the bridge. There's a train recently went from Russia all the way to the United Kingdom, which I thought was very interesting. It used the Eurotunnel, I believe, which I found fascinating. I wasn't sure that you could do that. I thought such was the Eurotunnel schedule that they wouldn't be able to. They clearly made room for this Russian train. Speaking of trains, there's the United Kingdom is going through the consultation process politically for something called High-Speed Rail 2, which is a very high-speed rail link between London and the Midlands, so Birmingham, and then the north, so Manchester and Liverpool. I would have thought it would be advisable to make it go all the way to Scotland, but what do I know? I suppose it depends on who uses it. But it would slice the time taken to go from London up north significantly. And it's a brilliant idea. The problem is, just like everything, someone's going to be upset, and there are people who own property who are about to have their property values hacked at. I think it's just like anything. I think it needs to happen because our rail network sucks at the moment, and at the moment that means that everything has to come into London. London's where everyone wants to be. If you don't have an efficient transport system that takes into account the whole of the country, then they're going to pick the part of the country that has the most efficient transport system, and that just simply is London. London is the place where money has been spent on transportation. You've got the underground system, which simply works. It just works. All of the railway lines go into London, with a few exceptions, and bus routes tend to go. I mean, all bus depots across the country tend to have a London route. The capital. Oh, sorry, I banged my microphone with the water bottle. Sorry about that. So we are leaving Denmark and entering Sweden, and this is the part of the bridge where it happens. Yes. So we've been through tunnels and bridges. So we've got 2 hours to find a rest stop, and this, I think, is going to be it. At this toll booth, I think, is where we will take our rest. Much later, probably about 5 hours later than I really wanted to. Lost my touch. £143 it cost us to oh crap. Flipping Nora. How the hell are you supposed to do that without getting hit? Right, engine off. Parking brake on. Is it on? Yeah. And let's rest. No, I keep... parking braking out. Right, there we go, right. Engine off, and let's sleep. There we go, 2:30. Alright, lights are off. Let's rock. towards the end of our journey. It should take us 13 hours. We've got 11 hours to do it. I wonder if we can make up the time. We still have 38 hours to play with. 38 and a half hours. So 12, 23 hours. Do you know what? We're going to have another sleep. Well, we go have 4 or 5 hours left. We'll have another sleep. Oh, bashed the microphone again. We are now up to £630,000 of income, which means that we should be able to purchase and fully stock the garage and fully hire up, which is excellent. I will do that off camera, just because I get the feeling that there are a number of people who don't. You've seen it often enough in this save. I think you saw about 40 of the different hires and purchases, so perhaps we can leave it at that, and I'll just let you know that I've done it. Obviously, the biggest reason, aside from income and empire, another reason is later in the game when I'm just missing little bits of road, I can then fast travel to my garage and then get that bit of road. Because I'm a bit of an OCD completionist and I want to have all of the map. Which we have not collected. And we're not going to collect today, unfortunately. Helsingborg is not in our immediate future. Trafikplats Klopp. So, almost certainly Liverpool had not finished their their season when I drove last, and it's a mixed bag. The good news, bad news is that we did make it into the top 4 of the Premier League by the last game. I would have preferred for us to have made the top 3, because that would have given us a guaranteed berth in the group stages of the Champions League. We're 4th. We have to play a home and away leg playoff against another side, which is losable. Just ask Everton and Spurs. But we must have trust. The other thing that worries me is that although we've probably got money to spend, the players that we want and the players that will suit Klopp's style of play may not want to come to Liverpool. We have only played, this is only the second time we've made it this far in 8 years. We've qualified by finishing 2nd, and then the last time we were in the Champions League I think was under Benitez. So it's been a particularly good European record for us in the last 8 years. But we're through, we're in, and football has kind of ceased for me, given that there's no international championship this summer. Isn't necessarily a bad thing. The World Cup is next year in 2018 in Russia of all places. and then the European Championships is in 2020. I cannot remember for the life of me where that is. But the World Cup comes first. The World Cup is the premier top-class ocean-going, gold-plated to diamond-encrusted, top of the tree, top of the ladder footballing competition, which England have won. They won it in 1966, 4 years before I was even born. It's quite some time ago. 50 years ago. More than 51 years ago, is that right? 66 to 2017, that's quite some time ago. So yeah, they've never won it in my lifetime. In fact, England haven't won a major international tournament, of which there are frankly only two, the World Cup and the European Championship. They've only won it twice. We should call it the European Cup of Nations, because it makes sense actually, like the African Cup of Nations. The European Cup of Nations would make sense. I would imagine that it might be in UEFA's interest to avoid confusion, because for a lot of my lifetime, Champions League was called the European Cup. So the European Cup of Clubs and the European Cup of Nations. Seems sensible to me. So got to rest in 8 3/4 hours. We should make it to our destination in just under 10 hours, and we've got 36.5 hours to do it. So we're definitely taking a rest. I'm going to eke it out a little bit more, get it down to about 5 hours before we drop our load off. When it hits the 5-hour mark, I will be looking for a rest stop. That gives us plenty of time to park. Reposition myself in my seat. God, I was worried about crushing into the barrier there. Tuck my shirt as well, so I'm comfortable. I'm weaving all over the road like a madman. Okay. Still only 1%, still only 8% damage to the tractor, which was achieved right at the very beginning of the journey. Unfortunately. I looked recently at one of my old original videos, one of my Keyboard Road Warrior videos, and I forgotten just how bad this game looked on that laptop, which is not meant for gaming. But do you know what? At the time, I simply didn't care, because I was able to play the game. The graphic settings were all at minimum, but it didn't matter. It just didn't matter. I was able to play the game, and to be honest, frankly, that at the time was all I cared about. So continuing the Liverpool theme, and then I promise I won't talk about football anymore, but yesterday, July the 3rd, is that right? June the 3rd, sorry? Was it the 3rd today? Might be today actually. June the 3rd, is the day that Liverpool Football Club came into being. It's the day Sir John Holding registered the change of name for the football club. He did try and initially register it. If you're not familiar with the story of the history of Liverpool Football Club, in 1829, so 125 years ago, Sir John Holding was the owner of Anfield, the ground. But at the time, the ground was being used by Everton. They got into a dispute over fees for using the ground, and Everton decided not to use Anfield anymore, which meant that Holding had a ground but no team to play in it. So he formed a football club, and initially he tried to call it Everton Football Club, and and quite understandably, the league said, you don't think so? No, find an original name, for crying out loud. Behave like a child. So he fixed upon Liverpool Football Club. Now, initially, Everton played in white and blue squares. If you look at our away kit from, I think it's 95-96, it was green and white squares, and that's being echoed in the second kit for this year, our 125th anniversary second kit. Our first kit, our home kit, is all red, obviously, because hey, Nessie, I do love that. I think we've passed that maybe 4 times in this save. It was blue and white squares with black shorts, I believe, and we played in that kit for maybe 3 or 4 years before we decided to migrate to a red shirt, white shorts and white socks. Then obviously in the 50s, Bill Shankly famously gave one of our lads a pair of red shorts and a pair of red socks to wear. Well, a pair of red shorts to wear, and that went down well, and then another player said, why not have red socks as well? And then, so in the 1950s was the birth of the all-red Liverpool kit that we know and love today. But yes, this year is the 125th... No. I rescued it this time. It's that load. I'm pretty sure it's that load. It becomes unstable. And I keep forgetting. I keep getting relaxed about the whole thing, and then just to remind me, the load shifts, and then I nearly end up in the barriers. Because now I don't want a rest stop. What do you see? A crap ton of rest stops. It's always the way. When you don't want something, it's there in abundance. When you do want it, can you find it? Can you heck? Of course, now that I've done that, I'm fully expecting a hard braking at some point in my near future, directly in front of me. Do you know what? That back of that truck, the symbol in the middle looks like a fern. The symbol, one of the national symbols of New Zealand, the silver fern. It looks like a silver fern. If you rewind it slightly and pause, and then compare it to a silver fern, you see what I mean. I'm quite sensitive to the symbol because I lived in New Zealand for a year, and in fact the first 99 of my Keyboard Road Warrior videos was in fact recorded in Christchurch, New Zealand. Oh crap. Well, I missed an exit. What a surprise. What a surprise. The AI cannot spot that I'm moving, and so it just moves into the lane, plows into the back of the vehicle. So now my truck has 10% damage and the trailer has 2. So we will be looking at Satisfactory, I believe. Marvellous, bloody marvellous. Bizarre, I've been to Linkoping and I've discovered it, but I didn't pick up the discoverable. What an idiot. Oh, get stuffed, really? You can tell I'm having a tremendous amount of fun with this game today. I really wasn't in the mood, and I forced myself to, and I perhaps shouldn't have. I perhaps should not have Good job I've got a massive tracking empire and I couldn't give a rat's ass about all the speeding fines. Oh, Saab, friggin'. So at the beginning of the next video I'm going to have to do quite some repairs. 10% is far too much damage to carry into the next video. At some point the engine will stutter and I didn't actually tell you how long my return journey from Exmoor was. So we left, so we did an hour's and a half driving, left at 3 o'clock, and then got back to the house at 9. 7.5 hours. It's a lot of driving. And just because I'm doing more driving, but this time virtually. Right, I need to be looking out for another rest stop. I need to rest in 5.5 hours, 4 hours, an hour and a half ain't gonna cut it for me. Oh, hello. Can we get over? Is he going to fuel up? If he's going to fuel up, then I'm going to blast past him, because I don't necessarily need to fuel up. But I do want to rest. We're looking at 8 o'clock in the evening, so parking brake on, let's rest. Is that rain? It's bleeding rain. It's 5 in the morning. wipers on. Wow. That's a dismal state of affairs. Oh, we're up to 866,000, so we are making a lot of money. This is all good for our little empire. The sun is breaking through just. Perfect. So the noise of the rain stopped and the raindrops falling on the window stopped. That was an early bug. The noise would stop, but the raindrops would still hit the windscreen even though you were under a bridge. Salzburg. I haven't delivered a Scania to Scania or a Volvo to Volvo in Göteborg yet. There's an achievement, a Steam achievement for doing both those things. Come on. Which I'd quite like, but obviously it's the one sort of thing that's got to pop up. It wouldn't necessarily pop up. And as you know, these things are unvarnished. I start recording and I don't stop unless I've got a reason to. Like, for instance, I need to pick the wife up. Which actually might happen. So I'm so glad that I'm earning a buttload of money because I am spending a buttload in fines. Here's a Volvo. Don't think we need the main bit, the high beam. Yeah, I made a tactical error. I left my Cytec flight stick on the desk, and it's blocking the bottom half of my GPS. It's not blocking the bit that tells me where I'm going, it's blocking the information, like how far away I am and how long that should take us. So I've still got 23 hours to do this, but I only need 2 3/4. Flipping heck, this load is just trying to kill me. There's my first engine malfunction. That's 10% for you. Do you know what this reminds me a little bit of? The motorway through Birmingham. You sort of travel on a high motorway on your way through Birmingham if you're bypassing it, and it's very weird. You're sort of on the second story. If you're an American, that'll be the third story. In the United Kingdom, what you call the first floor, we call the ground floor. Slow down. Whoa. Flippin' heck, it's trying to kill me. This load is trying to kill me. I don't think the game is smart enough to know that the conditions are wet, because I simply don't believe it. I'm sorry. Okay. Interesting. I just fell through the map. Alright, okay. I can't remember how to do this. Is it F5? It's not F4. It seems like that was the only way I was going to escape this. Well. Alright. Engine, 28% for £6,000. Transmission, 17% for £1,433. Chassis, 55% for £11,519. Cabin, 44% for £22,840. And wheels, 14% for £627. Giving me a grand total to pay of £42,429. I'd quite like to sue SCS and ProMods. I don't know who the hell's responsible for that, but that really pissed me off. Right, let's see how bad the load has been damaged. %. I'll be lucky to get any money out of this. Right. 2 hours to do it. It should take me 2 hours, and I've got 22 hours left. So let's that was hairy. I know that phone call. My phone is buzzing, and I know what that means. That means my wife probably wants picking up. See if I can get this done, and then I can go and pick the wife up. So I'm going to. That was bizarre. It was truly bizarre. And truly annoying as well. Obviously, the longer it was falling through the map, the more damage was occurring. So I probably could have got away with less than 20% if I'd have been on it quicker. There you go. Well. Kill me again. Oh crap, please don't tell me it's the same sodding road. Please don't tell me it's the same bit of road. I've got a horrible feeling it might be. I would like it to be the other side of whatever it was that killed me. going to fall out of the map this time though. Gotten away with it. I think we got away with it. That was busy. Oh no! Alright. I'm going to pause this because I've got to go and pick up my wife. I am super irritated, like you wouldn't believe. Well, what fun and games. I'm gonna just... Right. Let's see how much damage... Oh geez, 32. So, we need to find an alternate route. Which is what we're gonna do. We're going to... let's get back to the route map. So, we're just going to follow it, but we're going to avoid a certain part of the map, and that certain part of the map is where we're going to try and get off before the tunnel. But this Stockholm nightmare cannot continue. As entertaining as it might be for you guys. So, this is the second, second day of doing this. As you can see, I'm still suffering with that disaster load. Oh, hello. And we have a problem with the road in Stockholm, the raised highway going out of Stockholm. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and avoid that part of the road. So, reviewing the map, there's an exit after the tunnel. Actually, we'll take the exit after the tunnel, and we'll get the map to... We'll try and avoid after the tunnel. So, the tunnel is coming up. We will exit after the tunnel, so I'm going to get over in preparation for that. Yes. And the tunnel is the other side of those buildings on this corner. My lane discipline absolutely sucks. My feeling is the closer we leave to it, the less likely we are going to be redirected. God, that was terrible English. The closer we exit before the problem, the less likely we're going to be directed back onto it. So where's this exit? It's right. Whoa. God, this absolutely sucks. Right, so we're going to get off here. Yeah, I'm not surprised, poor little thing. Engine malfunction. So that is the part. Right, so just for clarity. World map, let's just point out whereabouts we are. So we are... Oh, hello. Reset navigation. It wants to direct us back onto that road. I'm not 100% certain that we're going to be able to avoid it. I wonder if taking that part... Let's reset. Alright. We might... I've got a horrible feeling we might have to abandon this journey. I don't need the indicator anymore. This doesn't work, we're going to try and avoid Stockholm. We're going to go out of Stockholm and redirect ourselves somewhere that avoids this part of Stockholm. This absolutely sucks. It really does. To be honest, at this point, just getting to our destination will be a success. Thank you. No, out. Here we go. There we go. Just actually reaching our destination might count as a success at this point. Oh, thirsty. I am super fed up. I really am. Engine malfunction. I tell you what, brilliantly, the steering becomes super heavy when you lose power, because the power steering goes, which is... Oh, hello. We're riding the curb a little bit there. Alright, okay, I'm going to get over into this left lane actually, because I need to turn left here. Oh, yeah, because I can't go that way. Big crosses. Oh, continuing to take on water. Right, here we go. Pedestrians just disappear, which is a bit irritating. So if you are playing this game and you can't afford, as you're looking at the way I'm moving around my head, again, poor English, if you look at the way I'm moving my head around, it's quite free, it's quite natural, it's quite easy. If you're in Europe, I cannot recommend TrackHat Clip Plus highly enough. It's wireless, although it comes with a ginormous USB charging cable, so you can. And actually, I am at the moment. I have it plugged in. Right, so. I repaired it, so why? I clearly didn't repair. What an idiot. Right, hang on, let's have a look at that. Yeah, let's have a look at the map now, see where we are. So I'm going to try and miss that part of the map, see if that helps me. But I've got a feeling it won't make any difference, because I've got a feeling that that horrible feeling that's after this part of the map. Oh no, I've missed it. I'm an idiot. Yep, I've completely missed where I was supposed to be going. Yeah, it doesn't matter, because that is the part of the map I need to avoid anyway. Curses. Maybe not, actually. Sorry. It stopped raining, so I can turn the windscreen wipers off. The hard shoulder and see if that makes any difference. Actually, where am I supposed to be going? I am supposed to be going a completely different way. Thankfully people are letting me out. Right, let's see if this does the trick. Or are we just going back on the same part of the road that we've fallen through several times before? I don't know. But we are about to find out. I could have really done with fixing that engine, because this is going to be a colossal... Oh, look at the time, 3 3/4 hours. So 20 hours to do it, so I've still got time. Oh, 5 hours, here we go. It keeps upping the estimate. So bag's the time to do it. I might see if I can nip into a garage. I think we've done it, you know. I think we've bypassed that part of the road that was causing us issues. Right, so let's go back to the map and see if we can find a garage. Yep, let's go via that garage and we'll repair. Whoa, what the hell are you doing? Making money hand over fist, which is just as well, because we're not going to make a penny out of this journey. We really are not going to make a single farthing, not a snip sniff of any cash is coming out of this journey from us. Right, so we're going to Uppsala. Come on. Wow, this load. Don't need that noise anymore. This is going to be fun, he said as sarcastically as he possibly could. Right, it's Uppsala is straight ahead. It's where we're going to repair. Stockholm. Not my intention, but a wonderful, happy accident. So we're going to go straight across. Go. Oh, for Christ. Go. Good. That really annoys me. This just stopping for no apparent reason just properly annoys me. Alright, we're going to take a left turn any second now. I don't think there are any discoverables in Uppsala, so we won't be making any detours on that front. Oh, come on. Curb riding in this. Yeah, I do need to turn right here. Alright, so we're going in here. We're going to repair. Right, let's see how much damage the second falling through the map caused. Jeez. So, engine 19% for 4,167, transmission 11% for £979, chassis 39% for £8,165, cabin 31% for £16,189, and wheels 6% for £261, giving us a grand repair bill total of £29,000 and £29,762. Thank you so much, SCS or ProMods, whoever the hell was responsible for that cluster. Super peeved. Properly bloody annoyed about that, I really am. So I'm going to annoy everyone by buying the garage. I don't care. At this point, I really don't care. Do I own that garage? Yeah, Okay, I'm going to take a right turn and then another right turn. Is anyone coming? Doesn't look like it, so let's go. Oh, this is just... oh, hello. Soul destroying, it really is. Right, there's the garage that we're going to buy. And I'll do all of the stuff to it later. Yes, I want to buy this garage. Yeah, I don't need to see that. Right, so let's drive through and then round. This is much better. The engine sounds like an engine now rather than like a bag of nuts and bolts. So left turn here. Don't think anyone's coming. Nope, no one's coming. Right. And then a right turn when the lights allow us. Well, at least we've managed to bypass the nightmare part of the road, but that's yeah, that is properly annoying. I mean, we were already... oh my word, what is the matter with me today? English, second language. We were already struggling with 2% damage. We're now at 30%. We're at the stage now where we're not going to make any cash out of this journey whatsoever, so we've bought a garage. We're down to 700,000. You got to get the garages when you visit the towns, because if you don't do it when you visit the towns, you can't do it retrospectively without going back to them. So apologies to everybody that's bored with garage purchases, but that's the one bit that I can't do off camera without doing journeys that you don't see. Right. Turn. Please tell me we're not going to Stockholm. No, I don't think we are. Stockholm's the right, and we're going left away from Stockholm. Stockholm's right. We're still on the E4, but we're heading away from Stockholm. Very good. Right. So, back on the open road, into 11th gear. We are very close to our destination now. Another slug of water, hence the head movement, apologies. There we are, there's our first sign I've seen to Gävle. I really should have, actually, while I was not driving and not recording, I really should apologies to everyone in Sweden for butchering the name of one of the towns in your country, particularly the people of Gävle, if that's how it's pronounced. So side lights, not main beam. There we go. Go with the flow. Alright, oh, more income. We are earning, at least we're earning. This is one of the prime reasons for having a massive empire, is they tend to earn money even when you don't. Which allows you to repair your truck, which I've had to do twice so far on this journey. Possibly should have 3 times, because I think I had 3 or 4% damage when we started the journey. But oh yeah, we need to get over and down it. Right, come on. And this is our exit. We are practically there. Oh, I will do all of the garage buying and truck buying and stuff off camera after I finish this journey, and we will start the next journey in my new garage in Gävle, hopefully, unless of course SCS decide that they want to update the game again, in which case we'll start in London. But I'm now going to get into the habit of doing that after a journey off camera, just, you know, while I'm still playing and while I'm still in that location. It just makes sense to actually do that, just because they can update at any given moment and then you're screwed, because you get dragged back to London or wherever your starting destination is. So, discovered a recruitment agency. GNT, I think, is our destination. Indeed it is. So we're going to pop it in here. Right. 90 XP, because frankly we need it. Right, where is our unloading area? It's around the back. This horrible load as quickly as we can. There we go. Oh, hello. Over, hopefully. Right, let's straighten out and then tuck it over again. No, wrong way. Straight now again. there we go. Right. So, parking brake on, engine off. Oh, and let's get rid of this load, see how dreadful our result was. Damaged. So that journey was about as pointless as it's possible for a journey to be. So yeah, we delivered a damaged load of wood shavings from London to Gävle. We drove 1,883 kilometres, 52 hours and 1 minute in-game of my in-game life I will never get back. We consumed 651.2 litres of fuel, for which we would have got a base reward of £29,707 pounds and 1,883 XP. We would have got a proficiency bonus for level 29 of £12,922. We would have got a long distance delivery bonus for skill rank 5 of £5,634 and 470 XP. We would have got a bonus for parking the trailer of 90 XP. I should have just let the game park it. I really should have. We suffered a damage penalty of 32.9%, which cost us £63,602 and 3,376 XP. You don't get minus. It doesn't take XP or money away from you. It stops at 0. So that meant we earned no pounds and no XP, which means we're still a level 29 instructor. We still got 96,412 XP. We're still aiming at 99,700 XP. That was deeply, deeply frustrating. It shouldn't have been. It's something that should not be allowed to happen in the game. They should test all the roads. I don't know whether it's a combination of ProMods and SCS. I mean, it's Scandinavia. Stockholm is in the SCS stock part of the map. So I mean, if that is SCS, that's unforgivable. Unforgivable. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, which means let's be honest, you probably enjoyed it a great deal more than I did, then please click the like button. If you want to see any more of these videos, then please click that subscribe button. If you know anyone else who you think might be interested in watching these videos, give them a shout. If you want to, you don't have to. It's all voluntary. And as always, until I see you in the next video, I'll see you on the road.